Jai Hind, friends, I'm Major Gaurav Arya and you're watching the fresh news of the day. Now, Lloyd Austin, the US Secretary of Defense, had a meeting with NSA Ajit Doval. As you know, he's the National Security Advisor of India. And they discussed a few things which are going to become path-breaking and groundbreaking. And what is this that they discussed? And they agreed upon. First of all, you're aware we have discussed on this very platform that on 22nd of June, the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, will be going to address the joint session of US Congress. This is obviously a bipartisan event because the Congress has both the Republicans and the Democrats, and in the letter, you can clearly see the signature of both the parties, and the leader of the House, the Speaker, everybody. So everybody has jointly invited Prime Minister Modi. So what happened between Mr. Lloyd Austin and Mr. Ajit Doval? Now, they discussed a couple of points. The first thing is enhanced cooperation in the field of defense between the two nations. And in this, they were very clear that this is going to mean transfer of technology. This is going to mean enhanced production inside India under Atmanirbhar Bharat and Make in India initiative. As far as defense is concerned, ladies and gentlemen, you're aware that America perhaps makes the finest weapons in the world, most technologically advanced, and America also puts in a great deal of money into defense. I mean, the kind of funding that America does for R&D is phenomenal. They have a defense budget which exceeds 700 billion US dollars, which is more than 10 times India's budget, or about 10 times India's budget. So that is the United States of America for you. Now, what is India getting from this relationship? And why is India getting from this relationship? What and why? Now, first for the what. What India can hope to get is transfer of technology, sensitive defense technologies, right? Stuff that most countries in the world will not have. And complete transfer of technology is what India is asking for, which is why they're saying Atmanirbhar Bharat, make in India. So big time American companies will come and they will make in India. For example, you must have read media reports about GE, General Electric engines for Tejas. Now, earlier they were taking these engines from outside, importing from outside. Now, General Electric will actually make these engines in India, thus reducing the money that is paid for each engine, which is phenomenal, by the way. It's in several crores per engine, but this will come down. Also, Indians will learn how to make top-class, world-class engines, and then India can, with the help of the United States, also export it to other countries. I'm just giving you one example. Now, this is going to translate into a lot of stuff for maritime, which is the sea domain, for the Army, for the Air Force. America has state-of-the-art aircraft, some of the best fighter aircraft, bomber aircraft in the world. And this technology, they could be talking about giving some of these critical technologies to India. Now, this is what? Amongst the what is also not allowing other countries to fall into traps. Now, this is a very open-ended statement, basically meaning China. China is debt-trapping most of the countries, and how you can engage with the other countries to get them out of that. That is one piece. And now, why is America doing it? America needs a reliable ally in this part of the world to counter the Chinese. We have discussed this many a time, and I like the way the Indian foreign policy is shaping the contours of this relationship. I like it. And I'll tell you why. Because India is speaking from a position of equality. The US is not dictating to India. India is putting up its terms. We are negotiating, and whatever is comfortable for both the parties, we are going through with that deal. And I think it's very important for any relationship, long-term relationship, to have mutual respect. That is the cornerstone, or should be the cornerstone, of every relationship. Unlike Pakistan, where Americans tell the Pakistanis what to do and Pakistanis say, yes, sir. So that is clearly not happening here. Mr. Ajit Doval is going and negotiating on behalf of India. Dr. Jaishankar is there. And, all these things, people-to-people interaction, it's happening in a two-pronged manner. Now, the broader-based foreign policy, stuff that is diplomacy, actually, that is being looked after by Dr. S. Jaishankar, being the External Affairs Minister of India. And the other part of it, the military angle or the hard power end of diplomacy, is being spearheaded by Mr. Ajit Doval, the NSA. And this is exactly what is going on, ladies and gentlemen. Now, they're setting the pieces on a chessboard and saying that, okay, the Prime Minister will come, he'll have the meetings, and then we'll have this grand announcement that this has been announced. The exact, the agreement, that will come out only when the Prime Minister announces it. or in the presence of the Indian Prime Minister and the US President. But much of the groundwork is already done, and I think it's favorable for India. As long as we get it on our terms, favorable terms to us, nobody should have any objection. And again, reiterating the fact that some of the finest weapons and armament technology in the world actually belongs to the Americans. And if they're sharing it with us, if they're sharing what we want, I think it's a win-win for India.